Why are you living in the midst of a lower body pain pandemic? Part 1. We are normalizing pain. You have lived your entire life in the middle of a pain pandemic that almost no one talks about. We suffer terribly with pain and disability, even, some say especially, in the world's wealthiest countries. Large population-based studies indicate that somewhere between 30 to 50% of people in developed countries suffer with chronic pain. The researchers behind these studies predict a steady increase in these rates of pain due to our increasingly sedentary lifestyle and an aging population. I wasn't alive in the 1600s, so it's hard for me to know for sure, but I would imagine that people just accepted the fact that rotten teeth were a completely normal part of the aging process. If everyone you know had rotten teeth by the time they were 30, it's highly likely that in the absence of any deeper scientific insight you would simply assume that dental decay was a normal part of the aging process. If this was the case, it most certainly reflects our current cultural attitude towards back pain, hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain and foot pain. We by and large accept them as part of the aging process. It is only natural to assume that the health issues we face en masse are a normal part of reality. Imagine you are visiting in your time machine, chatting with your dentally challenged foreparents in the 1600s. The conversation turns to dentistry, and they tell you their black teeth are just old age. What would you want to explain to them? In our luxurious first world, life is good, better than it's ever been before maybe, at least in terms of the broader conditions most conducive to a long healthy life. We don't have to hunt large aggressive wild animals for food anymore, yet we are still sitting on top of the food chain. We live in warm dry homes. Very few of us perform grueling manual jobs. We breathe clean air for the most part. We are well fed, well healed and well vaccinated. We have ample time to move our bodies in whatever way we choose. We don't have to fight to maintain our territory. We have comfortable furniture and nice squishy mattresses. Desk work is far from ideal, but realistically it is not coal mining, and it is not hunting. In the latter cases we are talking about careers where death and dismemberment are ever-present risks. Seemingly life is not that hard on our bodies, yet we suffer with an unfathomably widespread pandemic of lower body pain. A pandemic that we have normalized so wholeheartedly that it is quite normal for people to hold some expectation and acceptance of stubborn pain beyond the age of 40. Possibly much like the presumable acceptance of universally black teeth in people over 30 in the 1600s. How much pain are we talking about? An awful lot. It is hard for anything to compete with the likes of refined sugar, smoking and alcohol in terms of impact on societal wellness. The impact these highly lethal yet culturally sanctioned products have on our health makes for disturbing reading. But you might be surprised how competitive chronic pain can be. Pain is a legitimate major public health issue, especially when you take into account all the pain, in and of itself. All the physical disabilities associated with chronic pain. The financial cost to society through the loss of productivity, impact on our individual careers and healthcare spending created by chronic pain. The well-documented, and completely awful, impact chronic pain has on mental health. The incredibly serious mental and physical impact of pain medications have on pain sufferers. Including the shocking death toll of opioid-based pain medications in certain developed nations. The well-documented interaction of chronic pain and poverty. The common and tragic illicit drug addiction that can arise from chronic pain. This is a huge topic in the US. The death toll on operating tables, the failed surgeries and post-surgical infections. The fact that chronic pain can wreak havoc on close relationships. The serious long-term harm done to people's cardiovascular system through forced inactivity. This is an extremely common and largely untold epidemiological story that impacts a very significant number of people. It is very difficult to put total numbers on the amount of heel pain, ankle sprains, iliotibial band pain, knee pain, hip pain, plantar fasciitis and back pain that we suffer within our society. Such is the enormity of this situation, we don't stand much of a chance in effectively unifying the statistics. In reality though, the data on individual complaints easily speaks to the bigger grimmer picture. The data on back pain alone is indicative of a profoundly serious global healthcare issue. We no longer need to dwell on pain statistics, thankfully. It is a little dull even from my perspective. The journey with our own pain is a rehab journey, that's where the rubber hits the road. Bearing in mind that to fix something we must first accept that it is malfunctioning, let's take a few moments to stand back for a moment and survey the cultural-wide carnage. This may help reduce your sense of suffering alone, and hopefully reinforce the idea that something is genuinely not right with us. Make sure you continue with parts 2, 3, 4 and 5 of this presentation, where I delve deeper into the specifics of lower body pains, and the methods we use to help you. In the meantime, if you would like to come and see us for a consultation at City Chiropractic, give us a call now on 0438564446.